I'm Izzy Redicus, and this is my informative career speech. Audience. Have you ever considered a field that doesn't require you to sit behind a computer all day and gives you hands-on activity? Well, then you're looking into the criminal justice major. Let's start by discussing the criminal justice system itself. There are many different types of crime in the criminal justice system. There's misdemeanors, felonies, offenses, and other types. Forcible rape is one of the biggest crimes in the U.S. In the book Intro to Criminal Justice, published in 2004, noted in the forcible rape category there was 44% of the victims who didn't know their attacker. Of those 44%, the people that were attacked said that they didn't know their attacker and that they were attacked while walking to their car at night. Also quoted in the book Intro to Criminal Justice, published in 2004. There is also another major crime in the U.S. is robbery. Robbery has many different types. There is street, highway, commercial house, residence, and or miscellaneous. In the Guide to Criminal Investigation book, published in 2003, quoted or said, street and highway had the biggest crime rate of 43.2%. The least crime rate was surprisingly house robberies, which surprised me because house robberies you would think would be the highest because there's TVs, Xboxes, whatever. Aggravated assaults are another big crime rate. An aggravated assault is an assault committed with a blunt object, or such as a bat or any other objects that you can use with your hand. In 2010, 778,900 cases were reported to the crime rate for aggravated assaults, which would include blunt objects. When I was doing my ride-along with a detective, she said, well, we were doing an aggravated assault case, and she said, you never know who you're going to come across, you never know when they're going to attack you, so you just have to be careful. Quoted Ashley, the detective. Now that I've shown some different criminal crimes, I'm going to talk about the job duties you are expected to know and do when you work this job. Working in law enforcement, you will need to know the types of people you're going to deal with. You never know who you're going to see, you never know what type of situations you're going to approach, what of some of the serious dangers are that come along with it. A major thing you will need to know is the codes, which is the 10 code. A 10 code is all the major codes you will need to know, such as felonies, misdemeanors, some of the stuff you will need to know in your day-to-day job. When I was in class, my professor said one thing in law enforcement that is really tricky to learn is all the different Iowa codes. You will need to know all the different codes that go along with it, and that includes a lot of studying, quoted Officer Malin. Schooling is also a big portion of law enforcement field. You will need to do hands-on activity and lots of book work. You will need to have a GED, a bachelor's or above. I would suggest getting a minor in law or doing ride-alongs. And there's also a lot of training that goes along with it. Personality is also a big thing you will need to have to work in this criminal justice field. You'll need to be understanding of other people's points of view. You will give your opinion and realize that once your opinion isn't always right because you'll hear other people's. In this job, you will need to possess integrity. You will need to do multitasking. You will need to be able to show initiative skills. Cited discoverpolicing.org, last updated October of 2014. Now that you understand the types of things you personally need to have to get in law enforcement, we can talk about the salary portion. There are many police jobs that come with different salaries. There's state patrol and police cruisers. On its website, last updated October 2014 of salary.com, reveals the different salaries of the different jobs. $52,116 a year was state patrol, but that's just the median portion. It could vary to $35,501 to $70,096 a year. A correctional officer is given $32,000 to $505 a year to $50,893. Being a step above a state patrol or a correctional officer, there is a crime scene investigator and a detective. 10% of detectives and investigators make $27,203 a year, but that's only 10%. 90% make $60,146, quoted salary.com. There are a lot of options to choose from in law enforcement. There's the different types of jobs that come along with it. There is the different laws you will need to learn and there's a lot of studying that goes along with it. And this is my informative career speech.